today's day 2 of trading 100K of funded capital. Yesterday we lost money about minus 1,000. And so today we're going to make about plus 3,000 to 4,000. And watch me fucking work, man. We got PMI today, so let's get right to the charts and see how we can capitalize. All right, y'all. So we're doing the same thing we're always doing, going to higher time frames, finding a bias, and then moving forward from that point. So check it out. I mean, charts are starting to get a little messy here because we're just sitting in the same fucking range for a very long time now, just continuing here. But the bias still remains the same. We're continuing to hold this 3,000 or 43,300 level right here. And I'm going to continue to sell off as long as we have that bias until we break above these highs sitting up here. Now, when we go to lower time frames, we may potentially get a buy just based upon what volume is doing at that current moment. But bird's eye view, I'm still continuing to look for sells as the last place we were reacting off of 4-hour support resistance ends up being resistance. Okay, we're bearish, creating lower highs and lower lows. Okay, so when we go to lower time frames, kind of just keeping that same mindset. When we go down to our 30-minute time frame, we really only have this one area. So let me squeeze out just to make sure it's still a prevalent area, most definitely. Okay, resistance took a lot of volume to break through, now support. Same thing. I mean, we've been talking about this level for days now at this point, okay? Every single time it comes to it, it either rejects away from it, or it takes a ton of volume to push through it. Rejects away from it, takes a ton of volume to push through it, okay? And so look where we're currently sitting at right now. We're sitting directly below that 42,750 area. And so what I want to see is for this to continue to hold at this point. Looks like we have a nice little trend line forming here as well. What we'd like to see is it to continue to hold this 42,750 area and then start to push lower. I mean, look what has already happened. We've already grabbed London highs sitting up here that were created here. We've already swept liquidity from every seller from London session, came up, took out their stop loss, and looks like it's going to continue lower. I mean, sales look fucking good right now, okay? So going down to 5-minute time frame, which is our entry and setup time frame, this is, we pretty much got two options here. I mean, we can take the break immediately below here, which is probably definitely going to happen before session open. Or we can wait for session open and kind of see what happens. But coming all the way down from this point, if we wanted to sell off somewhere in this area, I'm not going to sell at the break of these lows here because we have a trend line sitting in the way. We want to see what happens from that point. So let's say this were to hold and then break through. We're still not going to take the break of these lows sitting down here because they're London lows. And I don't lose money the same way I make money within the markets, okay? Which is the liquid grab setup. So if we pretty much will take this sell off right here. If that doesn't play out or doesn't give us entry, whatever, we're gonna wait for a violation of London lows, a pushback within the range, and then a re-break of those lows. Maybe we'll get a tap of this trend line as well. And then I will go ahead and execute the sell off pretty much down here, from this point. Boom. Volume doesn't look too crazy today, so we'll definitely be using a 25-point stop loss. 1 to 2 stops to be, 1 to 3 pull out and full. But this is pretty much what I'm looking for to sell off. Now, as far as buys go, if we start to trade back above this area, okay, and then give us some type of newfound resistance, I'm definitely going to take this bread and butter setup here, breaking above these highs, breaking pretty much above London highs and then pushing back higher. But heavy emphasis on sales today unless we get that point. So let's see. That's my bias. Bearish below 42,750. All right, y'all. So I got my first live session with mentorship in about 15 minutes. Not first ever, but first of the year, as we took the last couple weeks off. So I wanted to show you guys what's on the other side of the camera for those of you who are curious, just kind of how I operate my day and such. So I have multiple levels of where I record and shit. So let's just start up here first. So up here is what you guys have been seeing when I did the passing prop from challenge series. This is where I've been recording that up here. So I do everything in pairs. So I'm recording the actual screen itself, which is Apex and all of the accounts. And then I'm recording the actual screen. So I can pair them up, tie them together for content. Looks very nice to be able to see the chart and the actual money. Moving over to here, we have our first personal account that I have with Henko, but then I also record that as well. So I have my screen here so I can show it. while I'm recording. And then I have my last Hanko live account here as well. And I have that with Discord. So while I'm running through everything and, you know, just trying to keep up with my community, I always have my Discord up so I can speak with everybody and such. And then here is my actual live trading itself. So obviously I'm executing positions on these charts here, but this is where I'm actually marking everything up as TradingView is fucking God in my world. When I'm doing the mentorship call, this is mainly what I'm going to be showing as well. And when I show you guys breakdowns, you know, this is mainly what I'm staring at. Okay, so in order to do all of this, I need multiple different cameras. You know, I need the DSLR, which is kind of filming me while I'm running through all this, but I also need the other camera to film me while I'm going on Zoom with my mentorship students, you know? So this is the old but gold, man. If you guys remember back in the day, this is what I used to use. Now this is what I use as my boom mic. I have speakers. They're not really good, to be honest. And I never fucking use them, bro, because I'm always editing or some shit. But speakers, I have my other desk over there. It's got, you know, like a piano. I honestly don't use it, but just to be there if someone wants to hang out with me and such. And then, of course, down here, the ever blinding light that's in my face, you know? And then what we wanted to do is we wanted to get a fancy light to put over here because I've had this thing forever, but it's actually perfect for me because if I need more light coming towards my face while I'm recording, obviously I can pull them down. And number two, when I turn these on with the camera, it looks really good to accent like the whole grass wall and shit, you know? So it's here to stay. But yeah, this is what's on the other side of the camera. Again, we got class in about 10 minutes, so I'll show you guys some gems there. And this is what's on the other side of the camera, man. It's a no trade day for us today. Make sure you guys all go look at the course, please. It's an hour of your time. If not today, tomorrow, at least before Thursday. Cool. So that's the end of the trading day with the VIP. No trade day. PMI came out, fucked up any setups I had, man. It was a massive move, almost 300-point range created in like 10 minutes. It's just not the markets for me. I'm good to go tomorrow. When the mileage doesn't line up, I don't feel FOMO or the need to push into something. I simply just walk away and go do other things. I'm a busy fucking man. I have no shortage of things to get done. So as soon as the trading day is over or my edge isn't playing out, we out, you know? So tomorrow we are back together. I'm not with my mentorship, so tomorrow will be a more detailed second day approach into these funded accounts, see what we can do with it. And as always, make sure y'all subscribe if you enjoy these daily uploads with unmatched value every single fucking day. So see you then. Take care. Peace.